Hey everyone, I'm Almar of almarsguides.com. This is a video guide I decided to put together of where you can farm chili peppers in Guild Wars 2. I've been asked quite a bit about chili peppers, primarily because they're the most expensive thing you can actually farm, like individual item, and are one of the more rare individual items that you can actually come across. Now, chili peppers are found in char-specific zones, primarily Plains of Ashford, Diessa Plateau, and Blaze Ridge Steppes. Each of these zones I have found chili peppers in. I've also pretty sure I found them in Fields of Ruin, although I've never seen them in Iron Marches, nor have I ever seen them in Fireheart Rise, although they probably can come from these locations, so don't discount those zones just because I haven't tested enough gathering there. Now, these chili peppers come from herb nodes. Now, herb nodes are the ones with the prefix or suffix herb, such as herb sprouts, herb seedlings, mature herbs, and stuff like that. If it has herb in it, then it probably has a chance of giving you chili peppers. Now, just because it shows up on your minimap as a little herb, the like three-pronged grass-looking thing, doesn't mean it's a herb node. Like I said before, it has to have herb in it. The other nodes won't give you these things. And also, while running around gathering chili peppers, if you're primarily looking for them, I do recommend you stop for all root vegetables, tap roots, or anything with root in it, because they also contain pretty valuable stuff as well. Now, since nodes on every server, with the server reset and when the servers crash or come down, the zone crashes, come down, the nodes are always changing locations, so there is no best place I can tell you where to farm these things. Although I can give you an idea of a good location to log an alt out at, which I have another video on, is in eastern Blaze Ridge Steppes at Terra Corundra Waypoint. Up here there's tons of stuff to gather, so it's one of the best locations. You can log a character out and log on every once in a while, run around, gather everything, and then log off again. Also, all along the western side of Blaze Ridge Steppes, you can gather you can find a bunch of the herb nodes. But since they change locations, like I said, every single time the server comes down, it's not always the easiest way to there's not always a best place to farm them. The best idea or area I can give you to farm them is areas that are open, not by a mountain, not by a hill, not by rocks, not by water. Just open field areas is where I tend to see the most herbs. That is I can give you a few different ideas for where to look for them, which would be in Blaze Ridge Steppes. We'll start with that. By Heretic Plain, which is right by where the Shatterer event happens. Also, Unbroken Expanse, which is right below that. And then you have Crater Rim, which is also in the southern portion of that zone. Soot Road, which is also pretty much in the southern portion of that zone. And those are primarily the main places in Blaze Ridge Steppes you'll be able to find them. In Plains of Ashford, I've found quite a few of them in the Phasmatis corridor, which is just south of the Ascalon Catacombs, and also down south by the Lureclaw Expanse, where you can find a area of potatoes to gather, around Char's Triumph, which is by the Temperus Point waypoint, and in Martyr's Woods, sometimes I find some up there. Diessa Plateau has the most open areas, and this is one of the best zones to farm them in. By the town of Nageling, you'll find quite a few in the open areas around here. There's tons of open areas around here, and pretty much all over the central, eastern, and western portions of Diessa Plateau. All along the northern end is pretty much what you'll want to avoid. Pretty much any place above the Blasted Moors. I'm trying to think of another thing to give you. Well, right where the dock starts, where you have to assist Stout Darkmind, anywhere north of that is just not where you want to go. Pretty much north of the entrance from Wayfarer Foothills into Diessa Plateau, anything north of that is just bad for farming any of this stuff. And then also you have Fields of Ruin, which has a ton of open areas as well. You got like Vulture Sweep, Sniper's Woods, the Siege Plains, Warrior's Crown, and a bunch of things like that. Really check any open area and any area where you have seen herb nodes spawn before, because that's going to be the best chance of you getting chili peppers at all. And also, these herb nodes also contain other extremely valuable things such as oregano, bay leaves, dill sprigs, and blaze ridge steps, which also sell for a couple silver a piece, usually in between 2 and 3 silver per dill sprig, which is also extremely valuable and extremely profitable to gather, amongst a bunch of other things. Now, once again, you can only farm chili peppers in the char zones. That's the zones in the far western portion of the map. It goes pretty much Asura, Silvari, Human, Norn, and then you got Char, all the way over in the far just eastern end of the world, as far as the map can scroll over, until, of course, they add something else, and then it probably won't be that, the far eastern end. So that's pretty much all there is to it. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please post them in the comments section or toss me a private message if you want one-on-one advice. And as always, subscribe to me for future Guild Wars 2 videos. Aside from that, good luck and happy hunting for chili peppers.